Hello students, I welcome you all on the online study platform of Sri Academy. Students, in the series of our English literature, today I'll discuss your second poem, that is Fire and Ice by Robert Frost. Who is the poet of the poem? Robert Frost. What's the name of poem? Fire and Ice. These are two opposite things, fire and ice. These are the symbols used by poet for the poem. At first, be aware of Robert Frost and then the poem. What's the full name of poet? Robert Lee Frost, 1874 to 1963. He was an American poet and dramatist known for his realistic depictions of rural life and his command for American colloquial speech. Frost frequently wrote about settings from rural life. In the early 20th century, in his works, he tried to explore complex social and philosophical themes. You see, Frost poems are very short in manner, very short in nature, very used with common words, very simple sentences, colloquial speeches, but they are very effective for a person's life. They convey a stronger message. And Robert Frost is the only poet who received 4 Pulitzer Prizes for the poetry. He received 4 Pulitzer Prizes. So, come to the poem. What's the name of the poem? Fire and Ice. Fire and ice, these are the two opposite things. But here, both are used as the symbol. Fire is the symbol of desire, while ice is the symbol of hatred, hate. What poet says in the first lines? This is, students, see, this is a very short poem. It is in two parts. First is of 4 lines, second is 5 lines, means it is a 9-line poem, a short poem, but conveys a great message. Coming to the lines of the poem, I'll tell you the meaning, the literary meanings of the poem first. First, we'll understand the literary meanings and then the hidden meaning or other meaning of the poem also. Some say the world is end with the fire. Some say the world will end in fire. Some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of it to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. See, perish means dry or end. What is the meaning of perish? समाप्त होना या end होना, destroy होना. And what is the meaning of suffice? Be sufficient. So, come to the meanings. Some say the world will end in fire. Your poet is saying, some people says that the world will end in fire. जो संसार है वो फायर से एंड होगा. कुछ लोग कहते हैं कि संसार फायर से एंड होगा. Some say it's not the poet's opinion. It's the people's opinion. Where some says that the world will end with fire and some says in ice. Some people says the world will end in fire, some people says the world will end in ice, and ice age will come and the whole world get stormed, get ended, get perished, and some says a fire will come, a highly blown fire will come and it capture all the world which we have, and we are living. And here in 2 lines, poet is saying what people said, but in the third line, from what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who fire. See here, the fire is used for the symbol of desire, and poet is in the very third line, poet is telling that this Desire is the symbol of fire. It is like the fire. Many persons, for fulfilling their desires, they started wars, they started fighting, they started, and their fights, their wars make the world end, leading towards the world to an sadly end. And in the next line, I hold with those who favor fire. I hold with those who favor fire. Means the people who believe that fire will end the world, poet is also supporting them. Poet is also believe that. Why? Because poet has experienced the desire. He have seen in this third line, I have tasted the desire. I have tasted of desire. Poet has experienced the calamities came by the desire of the people. The all world is in the wars, and Robert Frost is also belongs from the age of world wars, where the whole world is engaged in the wars. So he is also saying, he is referring that I have experienced much, that why we fought, or why the people fight, or people indulge in war for satisfying their desires. It can be of wealth, it can be prosperity, it can be honor, it can be for power. These can be the desires, and for fulfilling it, persons are indulging, peoples or countries are indulging in fire. Fire means wars, desires. So it has also the capacity to end the world. This is so destructive as it can end the world. And in the next stanza, but it had to perish twice. अगर if the world has to end it twice, first is, पहला तो क्या है कि फायर से ये इंड हो सकता है. फर्स्ट हाफ में पोएट ने बताया कि ये फायर विच इज द सिंबोलिज्म ऑफ डिजायर that have the capacity to end the world, and if the world has to end twice, then the ice, which is symbol of the hatred, that has also the same capacity to end the world. See, but if had to twice, but if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of fate to say that for destruction ice it is also great and would suffice. And would suffice means if the world has to destroy twice, then ice is also, poet has experienced of it, that hatred is also same powerful as desire was, as fire was. It has also the capacity to destroy the world. It has also the capacity to change, to destruct, to perish all the world. So fire and ice both have the capacity, desire and hatred both have the capacity to destroy the world. And in the last two lines, it is also great and sufficient, means fire and ice both are the sufficient, hatred and desire both are the sufficient, as much powerful, as much equal to destroy the world. It's a message that what we are growing, that it can be the fire or desire or ice or hatred that we are generating in the current world, that's result can be very bad, that can destroy our lives, our culture, our prosperity, everything, because these two had the very much power. And see, the students, the poem is inspired by Dante's Inferno. Inferno is also a work by the great poet Dante. This is all the poem. I'll tell you the theme of the poem, where I discuss this point also. What is the theme? The poem is inspired by Dante's Inferno. Inferno is a work by Dante. Dante is a great poet, and this work is, and what Inferno says, in Inferno, sinners are kept in the fire like hell, and their bodies are submerged in the lake of ice. In Inferno, Dante has shown that the miseries of hell, the all atmosphere of hell is fiery atmosphere. It is blown with fire, great fire, and where the sinner person, the sinners means a person who are committing sins, a person who is means हिंदी में क्या कहेंगे इसे, पापी पर्सन, पापी लोग कहते हैं ना कि अगर पाप करोगे तो नरक में जाओगे, ये होगा तुम्हारे साथ, ऐसी त्रासदी मिलेगी तुम्हें, ऐसा झेलना पड़ेगा, ऐसा दंड मिलेगा, ऐसा पनिशमेंट मिलेगा. So all these things were represented in the Inferno, where people are placed in a fire like hell and their bodies are in the icy lake. Their bodies is submerged in icy lakes. Means the toughest kind of punishment they are giving to the sinners. And it is a symbolic poem. This poem is your poem, Fire and Ice, is symbolic poem. Two symbols are used. First is fire, which symbolizes desire, and second is ice, symbolizes hatred. These two have the capacity to destroy or perish the world. So the poet is warning the human beings that he has experienced this very much, experienced the power of hatred and the power of desire from very close. So keep yourself busy in spreading harmony in the world, otherwise hatred has the power to destroy the whole mankind. This is the very precise theme. You all write down all the theme and all the discussions line by line, what I told you the meaning, write down in your notebooks. That will make you easy to understand, and it is very easy to recall it again and again, and you can revise it very easily. And next I come to the literary devices of the poem. Alliteration. You know alliteration, the use of the same letter or sound at the beginning of words that are close together, use of consonant sounds at the beginning of the words that are close together, as in some say world will, some say here two words are two words, consecutive words are started with same letter, same consonant letter, that is called, that is S sound. And in the second also, world will, two consecutive world will started with W sound. And what is the rhyme scheme of the poem? A, B, A, A, and B, C, B, C, B. See, here I have divided the rhyme scheme in three sets. In the first A, in the first line, if you see, fire, desire, and fire. These means first line, third line, and fourth line are denoting as A, and they all are rhymed with each other. And here B, that is ice. It is also rhymed with the second stanza, twice, and ice. These three are giving denoting as B, and next set is hate and great, that is denoting as C. So what's the rhyme scheme of the first stanza? A, B, A, A, and the second stanza B, C, B, C, B. Okay. Next is enjambment. You have seen that all the poet, one single line run through all over the poem. There is not any punctuation mark. So this is called enjambment. And assonance is also there, repetition of vowel sound. Will end in fire, repetition of I sound. I is a vowel. I think I know enough of it. Here also repetition of I and O sound. Consonants. See, consonants and alliteration, make yourself clear that alliteration is used for the consonant, repetition of consonant sounds, but two consecutive consonant sounds, while consonants is the repetition of consonant words in the whole line. So this is, and next is anaphora. What is anaphora? Where two or more lines start with same words, as in first two lines some say is repeated in the starting of first two lines. So there is anaphora. Next is, this is the exercise given in your book. I hope you all have the clear idea about this. This is very easy exercise, and it's your task also to write the central idea of the poem. Write your opinion about the poem. What you think about the poem, and what you think about the correct current situations like hatred and desire. So write your experience also. Write a note on this poem by your own. After listening all these discussions, reading the poem, write your own note on the poem. That should be of one page, at least of one page. It's your work. And this is all for today. Thank you. If you have any problem, meet me in Zoom classes. Discuss there your problem. I will sort out all your problems there. Okay, this is all for today. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.